Louisville. Shake your bum, bam, bing, bam, bing, bam, bing, bam, bing. Gadoma, 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 bim. Gadoma, 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 bim. Bam, bing, bam, bing, bam, bing, bam, bing. Gadoma, gadoma.
It dawned on me that I've never filmed a foundation routine. So today I'm bringing y'all into my world to see how I get a full face foundation, contour, highlight, all of that. If you are interested in seeing how I do my complete foundation routine, highlighting, contour, how to chisel up the face, how to make the face glow up and all of that, make sure you guys stay tuned. Make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you guys like this video and stay tuned. To start it all off, I go in using the Smashbox Photofinish Primer Water and I spray that all over my face. Then I actually go in and use the Smashbox Photofinish Primer and I make sure I spread that all over. I'm very meticulous about where I place my primer, which is all over the face. This blue bottle is my Milk of Magnesia. I usually apply that with just, one of those dollar cheapy cosmetic wedge sponges. I spread that all over and then I wait till it dries. When it dries, it's going to give you like this white casty look. For my foundation today, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me and I'm in the color 355 Coconut. This matches me like perfectly, y'all. I didn't think I was going to like this foundation, but it's actually kind of pipe. So I put that on the back of my hand and today I'm going to apply that using my beauty blender. And I'm just going to dab that all over my face. Big dab. Big dab. Be very mindful of how you apply your foundation. I make sure I bring that all the way down my neck because I'm not going to be going out looking like I got on a mask. And I make sure that I blend that into my hairline. Very, very important step. Major key, y'all. After making sure my foundation is as blended as I could possibly make it, I'm going in with my LA Girl concealer in the color Fawn. And what I do is I just squeeze the tip and I make sure I apply that in a triangular shape under my eyes. I go down the bridge of my nose, a little bit on my cupid's bow, my chin, and I put my little tree in my forehead. And then I'm just going to go back in with my beauty blender and I'm just going to blend everything out. Make sure that your beauty blender is damp. I am not working with a dry beauty blender. This beauty blender was basically washed right before I applied all of my makeup. So once you have your beauty blender and you're going to use that, make sure that you're using it damp. And I'm not talking about spraying it with no Fix Plus or some like rose water or whatever. No, clean it and make sure it is completely squeaky clean, damp, and ready to go. Blending can be very, very tedious, but do not stop blending until you feel like you are A1. When I want that extra beat look, honey, I go in with the second concealer. This is the MAC Pro Longwear NC45. I like this concealer because it gives my eyes that extra brightness that I look for. LA Girl cannot give that to me alone, so that's why I put LA Girl first and then I apply this right on top. If you are working with this concealer, you need to make sure you work fast because this concealer dries super duper quick. It's baking time, y'all boys. Going in with the Sacha Buttercup powder, I make sure that I apply that exactly where I applied my concealer. So right up under my eyes, I'm going to make sure I press that into my skin using my beauty blender. Notice how my beauty blender is a rider, y'all boys. It is a rider. I apply that on my chin. I apply that above my cupid's bow as well. And then I'm going to take the baking powder and I'm going to put that down the bridge of my nose and above my forehead. it's time to shizzle up this face. So I'm going to use my Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Cream Kit. And I'm going to go into that color, which is called Chocolates. And I'm going to apply that with like a dome Sonia Kashuk brush. And I'm just going to make sure I shizzle up my face to make my round face look a little bit more slim, honey. After going into the hollows of my cheeks with the cream contour kit, I'm going to make sure I contour my forehead, and I'm going to make sure I contour up that double chin. I'm going to take my Makeupshayla Tartiest contour palette, and I'm going to take that darkest color to set the cream contour, because I want to make sure that cream contour does not go anywhere. Everywhere I apply that cream contour, I'm going to set it with that powder. To make that contour look a little bit more defined, I'm going back into the Sacha Buttercup powder, and I'm just going to chisel out under that contour. That's going to make that contour look real sharp. Alright, so I already contoured up my cheeks and my forehead. Now I'm going to contour my nose. I'm going to go back into that palette. Notice how that palette is another major key. And I'm going to contour my nose with that lighter brown color. I know good and well I'm not the only one that takes Snapchat selfies while they are baking. I just grabbed a regular old Sonia Kashuk brush and I'm just dusting away all that excess powder. To set my face, I'm going to use the Makeup Forever Pro Matte powder, and I'm using a big old, what is this, the E3 brush by Morphe, I believe, and I'm just buffing that into my skin. When you take your colored powder and you buff that into your skin, that's going to help the Sacha Buttercup and the powder literally transition very, very well. So you got to make sure you buff that into your skin to make sure that your foundation is set, to make sure everything is pretty well blended. Blush today, I'm going to be using this NARS blush, and it's called Goulue, and I'm just going to apply that to the apples of my cheeks. It is time to glow, honey. So I'm gonna go into my new glow kit, and I'm just gonna apply that with the 823 Anastasia Beverly Hills highlighter brush. And I'm just gonna apply that right above where I applied my blush. So literally it's contour, then blush, then highlighter right on top. I can't only highlight the high points of my cheeks. I got a glow all over, so I'm going to make sure I apply highlight down the bridge of my nose, the tip of my nose, my cupid's bow, and my forehead. After doing that, I'm pretty much done. I'm going to set my face with the All Nighter Spray by Urban Decay. And bitch, we fleeky though.